Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a quick update on the World Liberty Financial Coin, which is set to have its first token unlock on September 1st. So that will inevitably create a lot of buzz. Everyone's going to be talking about it. It's going to be trending everywhere on September 1. How can we take advantage of this? Are there potential meme plays off of the World Liberty Governance token, which was originally supposed to be not tradable, but the early investors demanded it be traded, and so now the governance token will be tradable, and it's tied to the USD1, which is Trump's stablecoin on BNB, and just the Trump name overall. And that's really what you're betting on when it comes to something like World Liberty Financial. It is on Ethereum. You can see it says they have the Perpetual's debut implies a $40 billion fully diluted evaluation. If you guys remember Trump's official meme coin called Official Trump, which was launched on Solana back in January, days before his inauguration, it did pump to a fully diluted evaluation, I want to say, of around $74 billion. That's with zero utility. That was just Trump's meme coin. It's back sitting around fully diluted, $8 or $9. That's or $8 or $9 billion at this point. And there's been some issues with that. It's funny because they initially released 20% of the supply, and they're doing the exact same thing with World Liberty Financial. You can see the details. It says 20% of the tokens purchased by early investors in the, look at this, 1.5 cent and 5 cent rounds will be unlocked. So imagine you got in at the 1.5 cent round. I do remember when this pre-sale was going on. I don't remember when I saw it though. You can seriously make money off of pre-sales. Pre-sales are really hit or miss. Your money's tied up. It's frozen for a long period of time. But the people that got in at 1.5 cent, I mean, they're not going to be getting their total a lot because it's only 20%. I would imagine that's what they say. 20% of the tokens that you bought will be unlocked for you to trade. But you can see it's trading right now on major exchanges, or excuse me, the futures, just the futures. The actual first unlock will happen on September 1st, but the futures are trading around 42 cents. So you've basically already got a 21x, and I would imagine it'll probably go significantly higher because it is crypto, it is speculation, it's tied to Trump, it's considered a utility coin, even though this World Liberty Financial, they do have a bunch of partnerships. It's the cloud of Trump. He's the president of the United States. So you're talking about his meme coin going to 73 billion. What is this thing going to do, considering there is some utility tied to it? There are all these partnerships. You do have the Binance USD1 stablecoin in partner with it, where they talk about it. You can see it's listed right here. Right now, not trading, but you do have the Twitter. Let's see what the Twitter is. The Twitter is around 700K followers. World Liberty Financial is building the future of finance. USD1 is just the beginning. And so they're talking about there. But I think USD1 is on BNB. This is on Ethereum. It's kind of strange that they did that. I know a lot of, I understand a lot of people do launch their, or a lot of big corporations do launch their stablecoin. There's a strategic element to launching it on BNB. Yeah, see, it is on BNB. And you go to this is their website, the World Liberty Financial website, where it's just an advertisement for the USD1. You look at USD1, it's got a total market cap right now of around $2.5 billion. That is a stable coin, obviously, but that is really the asset in relation to this governance token, which will be on Ethereum. Now, in terms of this going live and trading, we know there's going to be a guaranteed hype factor surrounding it. And you can see people talking about right now trading at around a $23 billion fully diluted in pre-market at around, that suggestion is around 23 cents, which I guess based on the supply would be $23 billion. And so people hyping it up, they're talking about when the coins get unlocked, the first unlock happening September 1st. Can't wait for people to be talking about it on September 1st. I talked about this coin briefly a while ago as like maybe a trade. This is, I would say, probably the only meme coin that's in this niche. Now, sure, there are like fake meme variants of World Liberty Financial. Of course there are, and I'll go over some of those. But this is an actual play off of it. So it has the exact same ticker. but it's called When Lambo Financial. Now, I'm guessing you can see what this coin has done. I mean, honestly, for a meme coin, this is not, I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. I mean, the coin was able to maintain a floor of around 400K for about a month or so. Now, this coin did wick up initially, like most memes wicked up initially to around 2 million, had a pretty major retracement back to 300K. Then it stagnated around 400K, and now it's finally wicked back up for the first time in like over a month at around 650, 700K, mainly because I would imagine the news that this is launching and people trying to front run this meme coin. It is creative. I will give them that in terms of how this is designed. It's basically they're trying to get one coin, one token of this to equal one Lambo. That's why the supply is ridiculously low. That's why the current price of one coin is $638. Now, there's a number of things that can happen with a coin like this. It could do nothing. It could have a massive, or I wouldn't say massive, but it could have a run up in speculative hype, which we might be seeing right now, and then completely dump in a sell the news events, which we've seen a ton of. Everything I'm involved in, it's always sell the news. But it's like the crazy thing with sell the news is then you see coins like DeepSeek, which goes to like $60 million, and then it dumped, but still. Can we get like, I mean, imagine this coin went to $60 million, but this is like, it's a meme off of it. And it seems like the people that are in this, I mean, whoever, you know, the devs behind this, we got to get a check mark here. You know, this is like honestly, maybe if they tried to get a check mark, they would get banned. I don't know, for like impersonating, or they'd have to make it a parody account or something. But you can see this was a recent tweet, August 23rd, and then their previous tweet was July 30th. That's not great. That doesn't show a lot of investment into the project from whichever team is behind this, right? That's a bit of a red flag. But just in terms of trying to catch this coin, I mean, it does have the same ticker. It is kind of branded the same way. It has like the same logo, but it's instead of the World Liberty Financial logo, it's a Lambo with the doors up. So it is kind of funny. And then you also do have just other straight up memes surrounding it. So you have this coin that's at 3 million on Solana. And wow, what an entry. I mean, this coin didn't even go under 200K. So it had its first crazy hype run right when Trump entered. And I think this was launched on Pump Fund. There's nothing to this coin. There's no utility to it. It is, then they link it straight to the official account. That's nice. There's no utility to it. So this one, I guess, would be the top in terms of, I mean, I'm not buying this coin at 3 million, but it'll probably run because people might mistake it or with the hype. But I'm going to imagine it would dump really, because it's a sell the news event. Once this thing goes live and once people talk about it, what is the utility of this fake meme variant of it? There's really not, because we see this all the time. I mean, you see the official Trump coin on Base, it's at like $50,000 right now. The official Trump coin on Ethereum is at like, what is it, 100K? I haven't checked it recently, but I'm just saying these branch off memes or the fake variants never do well. So you have that one. You also do have... You can see this is tethered to BNB. I think this might be what it is at around. Well, you can see that it looks like they've got multiple different. Maybe they've got it bridged to BNB into Solana as well. But you've got this other one. See, this is at 1.83 billion. That looks like it's bridged to Solana maybe. World Liberty Financial, another meme. It's been pumping recently because of the news that it's getting released. This one as well stayed over 100K. It'll probably get another wick or something like that, but it's just, this one actually does have its own, well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me. Let's see what the website says. WorldLibertyFinancial.club. All right. But this is another one. And then you also do have, I think you have one on... Don't you have one? Maybe this is the bridge to Base. You also do have see, there's the When Lambo Financial there. I thought there was another one. Yeah, so this is the one on Ethereum. Yeah, the one on Ethereum has been running because it's launching on Ethereum, I believe. I think it is. And so the fake variant on Ethereum is starting to really... That would have been a good buy at around 40K. It's at around 419 because people, you look at this and they might mistake it. They might buy this. They might buy this instead. So it's an interesting, but I'm really not in any of these, like, because this is just a fake version of it, basically. I mean, you could say it's the meme version. Dude, I can't get any of these websites to load. I don't know why. I've cleaned up everything. I got rid of my extensions. There's no reason these websites shouldn't be loading for me. So I don't know what it is on that, but they do have a Telegram, which is better than what a lot of these other projects have. And then also, isn't there one that was launched under Bonk as well? They've got one on base. It's at $2,000. Yeah, there's nothing into that one. I thought there was also one that was launched on Solana. Maybe this is what it is. No, it's not. This was launched 10 months ago. Wow, this was launched. This might be like is this the oldest one? No, this isn't the oldest one because this has gotten hype for a while. 10 months ago. 10 and a half months ago. Yeah, they suspend all of them. But what are these other ones? When were these other ones launched? This was launched. It's all the same, basically. It's all the same. Again, this is the really only meme. The other ones are just fake versions of it. I guess you could say meme versions of it. But like, you look at the official Trump stuff, I do wonder if I can find any. So right now, the official Trump, fully diluted, it's 8.5 billion. Right now, the market cap is 1.7 billion, but that's because 80% of supposedly 80% of the supply is locked. I still don't know about that. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on with that coin. But wow, we're not even going to be able to see. This is the other problem is the official JD Vance coin. What is that at? 208K. People are still in that. Who is in that coin, man? The official Barron Trump coin, 257K. Yeah. But I thought there was a base version. I thought there was a base version of it, but it's not showing up. Whatever, it doesn't even matter. But so yeah, this is basically it. And then if you want to see the other coin that's directly tied to Trump, it would be this official Trump. So when this launched, they say it went to around 8 billion, but fully diluted, it went to $73. That's basically its all-time high, this coin. And it actually has it all-time high, $73. Fully diluted, it's 73 billion, and that's the meme. So if in the pre-markets this is trading at 23 billion, I mean, I would imagine it would have a pretty significant wick and then it would shoot back down. And people get a kick out of it. They'll say, "Oh, it's another rug pull." But it's got like utility and so it's tethered to the stable coin they have on BNB. So, we'll have to see. But I think the coin will definitely maintain a higher valuation and it won't completely tank. I mean, it'll certainly go back down because it's a hype period when a coin is tradable. So there's an unlock. So apparently the unlock is on the 1st. So that's basically a week from today. I guess maybe a little bit more if there's, August 31st. So it's next Tuesday. And people may try and front run some of these other meme variants. We'll have to see. And we'll just have to play it by ear in terms of what happens with some of these coins. But either way, I just kind of wanted to talk about it. So we'll see I would not buy it at this point. They're just going to dump. People are going to get 20% of their supply. They're immediately going to dump it into the market. That would be my guess. Or most of it will be dumped. Just in reading it, 20% will be unlocked. Perpetual futures trading for the token launched on Saturday. Was around 42 cents. Trump's family stake in the project would be over $9 billion at that point. I would imagine it's more than that. $9 billion? Wouldn't 42 cents suggest 42 billion? They only have 9 billion out of. I think they probably got more in it than that. The project plans to unlock 20% of tokens purchased by early supporters in 2 funding rounds. The remaining 80% will be unlocked subject to subsequent governance vote. The unlocked tokens represent about 5% of the total supply. The tokens allocated to founders, team members, and advisors will remain locked. Yeah, who knows? When will those be unlocked? But I'm just trying to read some of this. So we'll have to see. But either way, it looks like it's going to be tradable, and we're going to get an official price on it. That's kind of the moral of the story when it comes to this. You can see not trading right now, will be tradable. I guess it is trading in pre-markets, but not trading right now, and that's basically the Trump coin, or the second Trump coin at this point. I guess if you include the stable coin, the third Trump coin, but really the second tradable Trump coin. They were originally, it is a governance token. They, a lot of the time they've been the leaning now, and the governance token in these crypto projects becomes tradable, and apparently they voted on it or something. Of course it's going to be tradable. So they're making it tradable. I mean, for Trump, you would imagine it'd probably be better for him in terms of the situation with him being president for it not to be tradable, but I don't think he really cares, honestly. So Either way, guys, make sure you like the video down below. This is not financial advice. Thank you for watching.